This is Skinless, the guild leader for the Alliance Guardians, and today we're going to be looking at a very special mission. Today we're going to be looking at the mission with Count Dooku and Asajj Ventress. This one can be complicated if we're not sure what specifically you're doing or what you're working for. I do recommend going in with 2 tunes at gear 12. It can be done with less. Zetas are not required for this to be able to complete. I definitely don't have the Zeta on Dooku, but you do want to have the gear 12 for survivability purposes. This mission is actually a lot easier than a lot of people think it will be. Due to a couple different factors, and that's going to be part of Count Dooku's kit, as well as the stuns that both characters can provide. So let's go ahead and pop in, take a look. So Count Dooku is going to be your main tune to use, as the since he's specifically set as your leader per se. So we'll go ahead and take a quick look. I don't have anything special on him. I do have all of his omegas. And then as far as for health and protection, I did boost him up protection-wise a little bit in order to keep him survivable. He has a nice amount of potency, which allows me to get those stuns out there. And the potency is really going to be your big one. And then as far as for speed goes, you can make him a lot faster. I've been lazy about it, and I know I need to get him over 300. But it doesn't matter for this mission. You can go ahead and get him done with lower mods there. As far as for Asajj goes, I do have her relic 5 because of the gas event, but the biggest things is just a bit of survivability, so not too much there. I also have her potency up a bit as well for the stuns, and as well as damage. So damage and potency are really going to be your allies in this. With GOTB, no matter whether we're looking at light side or dark side, the key is going to be survivability. You need to survive is really what it is. It's not so much about damage output. Damage is great, but surviving is really what makes it happen. So let's go ahead and pop into the mission and take a look. So usually I'm going to go ahead and call in the B2 droid with my better of my 2 tunes, because with him, his stats are based upon the tune that summons him. Since I had the R5 on the Asajj, I'm going to go ahead and call it with her so that I have a stronger B2. So then we go ahead and go stealth. And that's usually the best way to go, is you want to always stealth every time you can. And you always call Count Dooku to assist every time you can. You can actually start moving it around the field to where you can start getting individuals to be stunned consistently. And that is kind of the key, is continuing to stun as needed. So we're going to go around, try and get some stuns. Now, it doesn't always work out. We do hope that it works out, but it doesn't always. So we're going to go ahead here and try to get another stun. Yep, there we go. So we got our stun. We're going to try to go for another stun. Perfect. And we just kind of move around the field, just attempting to get some stuns. Kind of where we are, I could go ahead and still Master Makashi. I probably didn't need to necessarily do that, but it's always safer to play it that way than it is to leave yourself vulnerable, because although Dooku has a good amount of survivability, it doesn't always play out the way you'd like it to. The times that we get greedy are the times that we actually start to lose the match. So we do want to play it safe anytime that we're doing anything here. I've found that to be the truth with anything that's GOTB based. So here, as far as our kill orders go, I am going to be trying to go after the Arc. The reason why I go after the Arc is because he's going to be the one that makes everyone a little bit more potent, a little more deadly. So now that clone trooper over there is kind of going to be a problem if I'm not careful. So we're going to go ahead and, there we go, get a stun out there. Now I'm going to try to stun the clone sergeant so we don't get the AoE. And since we got everyone else stunned, might as well try to get one more. So stun locking your enemy is going to be your key to surviving this. I can probably get him with the AoE. So I'm going to go ahead and go back and try to stun lock there we go, our clone sergeant. So see, that's kind of the main point, is really try to get those stun locks out there, and then continuing to keep yourself hidden so that your B2 is going to be taking the brunt of the damage per se. So that's the key to completing this mission here. Is specifically doing that stun lock. So the more that you can get those stun locks out there, the longer your B2 will survive. Now, luckily, he is one that can be resummoned after he dies, but at this point, no one is taking a look at my other tunes, which is what's really important at the end of the day. So, alright, so it doesn't always work out the way I want it to, but if I can get it to work right, I can get some more stun locks out there. Not quite working the way I'd like it to, but we are getting some work done. So there we go. There we got stun locks. Since they got the counters, which are always nice. And then you've got Asajj who can use her dispel, which is always wonderful. So there we go. Got some more stun locks out there, and just keep getting them all stun locked. This is kind of the key, is just continuing to stun lock all of your enemies. So going ahead and getting down Kit Fisto as best I can. Kit Fisto's annoying because he counters, so hoping I killed enough individuals. Now, that's the wonderful part about having the Rampage Zeta on Asajj, is that anytime anyone's dying, she's going to get some extra offense. So that is kind of something that I do recommend, but is not required. Now, normally I would not have gone ahead and done what I just did there, where I did not use the Master Makashi to hide my tunes. I felt safe enough, though, having ran this mission enough times that I could get away with it, but not every time can that occur. So you do want to be very, very careful. I'm assuming that the commander's going to be a little bit harder to take down as far as for his getting him stunned. So let's see. So he's got the speed and can't be changed. It's starting out of his turn. So I mean, there's nothing about tenacity. So I mean, we can always give it a try. Let's see if we can go ahead and get up. There we go. Look at that. We got the stun. That's why that potency is so important to have and to keep going. So is to make sure that you can keep getting the individuals stunned that need to be stunned. So this is where things can get a little bit interesting, is if we're not careful and not playing it safe. So I still always go for stuns. I do continue to remove what I can as far as for taunts and specials, so that way I can keep just doing the work that I need to do here and getting that clone commander out of the way so that I can manipulate the field the way that I would like to. So we're gonna go ahead and keep hiding ourselves here, and maybe we'll go ahead and just give it a AoE, get some defense down. Let's see, get some other debuffs out in the field there. So as you can see, I mean, we're starting to get to a point where we're going to be losing possibly our B2, but as long as we continue to get these stun locks out there and shocking as we can and doing what we can there, we're in a good position to continue along and not have to worry about losing our troops. So pretty simple strategy, and you can do this, like I said, at gear 12 without having to have any of the gear 13s. You can just easily do so. I was doing this many times before I got the relic on Asajj for gas, but that is a very easy 1.4 million points for your guild. So as long as you follow the stun lock strategy, you can do a really great job, and I hope that you have learned a little bit from this mission here. And if anything, as always, like the video if you liked it. Give me a subscribe if you like my content. And as always, I appreciate all of my views, and Skinless is out.